But whoever formed our club, they had the foresight to name us Mt Helix Toastmasters just 9 years after, well, Mountain's been here since the time of God, but 9 years since this was created a nonprofit foundation in 1929, and we were formed in 1938. I believe our club is nonprofit. I don't know about ti.org.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I believe our tradition is what Mt Helix has done for each of us, or our families, or anything else you want to share tonight. And I guess I'll go first.
Why don't you go first?
Yeah.
Why don't you go first?
Since you're there.
So that's really all I know about Mt Helix, that it's a non-profit foundation formed 9 years before our club. And what Mt Helix has done for me. I've gained 20 pounds since I joined.
Oh God.
I don't like that.
You're blaming that on the club?
No. What I blame on the club, the reason you're susceptible and imprisoned audiences to all of my jokes is a little bit of honorarium to John Stark and his joke books. I figure if John can bring up one of his books and hold us hypnotized for 10 minutes reading about his Irish jokes and his Scots jokes, I could sure tell a few Jewish or off-color jokes. And I'm not going to do that tonight because we have a... Oh.
And don't worry that they're Swedish and Norwegian jokes.
There is a God.
Oh, they're Swedish and Norwegian.
That works okay.
Okay. Well, we can make sure John sees this video. But if you want a joke, I got one.
Move along.
Oh, your time's up.
My time's up. That's all I have to share. You guys are my friends. I look forward to it every week, except on major Jewish holidays and when you take Christmas off. And so I would like to introduce our newest member of our club, Martin Martinez.
We have to stand.
All right.
No, Martin's going to help me off the wall, right?
Can't get hurt.
Am I okay here?
You're okay.
You're always okay.
Thank you. Sorry, guys. We're not getting out of here in 60 seconds. You motivated me now.
Oh, geez.
Oh.
You
Motivation.
motivated
How do we
me.
demotivate you?
Look, the camera just broke. Second speech time. Second speech time.
Second speech time, and no joke tonight. Eric, thank you for sharing being a grandfather and not giving a 20-minute speech on right to life or no abortion and stuff. That was great.
Next week.
Next week. Martine, thank you for Red Rover. Yes.
Yeah, that was cool. Yeah, I remember that.
Bob, sorry about the airplane going on overhead. Thank you for including Spike in your comments. And best wishes to you and 6-month anniversary and everything. Mike, I didn't hear about HP or Xerox. What's wrong? Larry, a lot to all of you guys. You're so supportive. Please don't be so vocally supportive because I will deflect. I'm just a deflector. I think that's part of my personality when I got here. A lot of ahs and ums and a lot of squirrel. You know, be talking to you guys and you'd make a comment, I'd go totally off the rails. And I think I've controlled the squirrel bit, but I'll still deflect. Dave, real news. Do you know Karen Perlman by any chance?
Yeah, sure.
Oh, yeah.
Worked with her at the Daily Californian 20 years ago.
Oh, great woman. She didn't have Chloe back then. Yeah.
She was thin.
Still.
No, she was heavy set back.
Really?
Yeah, she lost a lot of weight. Yeah, I saw a picture of her on Facebook. I was a little surprised. She was a sports writer. I would come in from the night meeting and I'd be writing my story because I had a morning deadline, and all the sports people would come in from their games, like on a Friday night,
Nick
and they would be writing.
She worked for Nick Canepa first, I believe. Yeah.
I need a treadmill.
Jerry, you were in the Army? I thought you were a Navy guy.
No.
Oh.
I'm a Navy guy.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah. I don't know.
Wow.
When I was in college, I had a lottery number, and I was 2S. When I got out of college, I wanted to join the Air Force, and they 4F'd me.
Wow.
What are you gonna?
What are you gonna do?
What are you gonna do?
Go to the Army.
Go to the Army.
I'll take you.
Yeah.
Kill the fucking squirrel.
Dave, I'm gonna take you up on the tickets. I like hearing about the Midway all the time.
I have a key to the back door.
Yeah. Jim, my favorite lefty. And you're
The only one here.
and you're really okay. You're very supportive too.
That was underwhelming. Who knew?
Well, I was running out of
Even though we don't
steam.
even have the right scissors, right?
Last week I had a gift for Larry Paul, which was a lot of short jokes instead of a long one. And this evening, from TI.org and for me, I have a wonderful 80th anniversary certificate that they've made up for us. It should say a lot more. The letters should be bigger, should be more manly. I'll get those certificates to you somehow without them getting dirty. But you all talked about what Mt Helix has done for you and your recent life. And I want to tell you what I did last weekend. For the last 10 years, it's my annual birthday trip to Palm Springs. And it was as good as ever, because when you don't live in the heat, it's great.
I always thought he was gay.
Yeah.
Palm Springs.
Oh, yeah. You know, as understanding as I am of the lifestyle, and this is being recorded, sometimes I just don't get it. There's
Sometimes.
sometimes I just don't get it.
What
But
happened in Palm Springs?
it's what?
Goes on in Palm Springs.
Oh.
Stays in Palm
We
Springs.
stay at the same place every year, a Wyndham about half a mile from downtown. We goop up, we float in the pool all day. I didn't burn. I got my floaty, I got my baseball hat, and every so often I dip the baseball hat in the water and put it on my head and just talk to the other adults there and talk to my wife more than I ever talk at home to her. I talk to you guys more than her because you guys are men. And to her, when I say something, it's, huh? You know, she has her woman cave, her yarn and all that. She runs the house. Every room belongs to her. What do I have?
The garage.
What I do have,
Woman.
she'll clean up my desk every week and then I can't find anything. I had to mail some tchotchkes to a client the other day. Little stuff for going on a cruise. Call her up. Where did you put it? It's my stuff. And you guys don't touch my stuff. Thank you.
And we have no intention of taking your stuff.
I didn't say junk.
Call it junk.
We call it junk.
But I get all these free things on my birthday. So in Palm Springs, I got my free Cold Stone ice cream. Went to Ruby's, got my free
The squirrel's
strawberry shake.
Are we seeing a theme here?
The squirrel's
Free
back.
ice cream, free rubies,
20 pounds.
Oh,
putting on 20 pounds.
it's a shake. The same restaurants, and we found the best Mexican restaurant over the weekend. Everybody goes to La Consuelas. It's crowded. It's decent food. It's like Marietta's or something, you know. We went 2 blocks past downtown. I talked to this information person. You gotta go to Tacapaca. And when we go out for Mexican food, I never order chile relleno or enchilada because you know it's been made in the morning, it's in a big chafing dish, and you can tell when it's put on your plate, they put all that red sauce on there. You can't tell where the spatula marks are.
Hey, Eric,
But-
is that battery dying on us?
I brought a spare just for him.
This is getting into Eric's speech territory.
But this is my weekend, and there's no ahs and ums if you notice, and there's no squirrel. You guys haven't deviated me. You haven't deviated me.
What is this with the squirrels? He's been circling.
No,
Squirrel for being on a tangent.
Oh,
But he's
Squirrel
on
is-
a tangent on his tangent.
But I turned 65 on Monday. I always turn 65 over my birthday weekend, and Palm Springs was as great as ever. And I bring this meeting to a close. Thank you.
Happy birthday.